All right, what's up, everybody? This is A7X Fan Ben, and this is going to be a play-in round for T3, tournament number 3, after Vassal tournaments 1 and 2. Today we're going to be seeing UPS 4.1, modified version of Darren's UPS 4 fleet, against Kill That UPS, which is an anti-UPS fleet. So, in terms of proxies, I only have one Patagonia with me, and I don't have the Sea Crane here in Nevada. Got one in New York, but the Song, she has the +1 gold ability. This is a proxy for the Sea Crane Pirate Junk from Ocean's Edge. Similar cannons, and it's a Pirate 2-masted junk, so there you go. And then HMS Rye is standing in for the Patagonia in the UPS 4.1 fleet. So there's 2 proxy ships in that fleet, and none in the others, or none in the other fleet. So without further ado, I'm gonna get the setup started here. So it's gonna be pretty hype. All right, so competitive play will resume. So we're going to use black die for UPS 4.1 by default, and then red, because there's 2 English ships, only 1 pirate in the other fleet. So we're going to use red for the Kill That UPS fleet. So who goes first? Check it out. Okay, so the primarily English fleet goes first, 2-1. We've got Kill That UPS, therefore placing the first island. And they want islands as far apart as possible. So they're gonna go, they're shooting for the full 6L. They're gonna plop one way down in this corner. They're gonna go in the southeast corner. The top of the ocean is a tiny bit off camera. I'm gonna hopefully not have to go up there, but either way, we'll figure it out. Adjust the view if needed. So, and then the UPS 4.1 fleet, Coral can't move more than Espacel twice in a turn to get from one wild island to another. So they actually want minimum distance. So based on placing islands closer and filling in gaps, I think the islands are going to be pretty close because of that. But especially because they're going to place the last island. So if the Kill That UPS fleet was going second, they could place the final island 6L away from any other. But in this case, they're not going to be placing that final island. So UPS 4.1 will probably get what they want and kind of fill in the gaps, basically, in the island setup. But they are going to go 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to plop one right up there. Sound's going to be in the northeast. And so now, yeah, this one was not placed. So in that case, I think UPS 4.1, they're going to keep going a little bit west. They're going to go 3L, 1, 2, 3, right there. And then that's also going to be about 3L, a little more. So we'll go a tiny bit farther. That's one example of filling in the gaps in an island setup. So it's hard for a fleet that wants islands 6L apart from each other to get what it wants, basically, because you can kind of just fill in the gaps to some extent. But like, for example, here, I don't know. Oh, actually, I think they can go a full 6L away with this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so they're going to go there. We're going to Kill That UPS fleet. And then for the final island, UPS 4.1 is going to make sure this one's only 3L from here, and probably another one as well. We're going to go about right there, I think. And then that way, this one is only a tiny bit more than 3L there, and it's also a little bit more than, it's like 4L, almost 4L from there. So in that case, they're actually they can go a tiny bit closer, and they're gonna rotate it a little bit. So it's a little bit closer. These edges are closer to those islands. All right, so that's our island setup. Kind of interesting. Kind of an interesting shape in a way. So I guess I can just hand this up a tiny bit, and then I'll have everything in the shot. So that's good. And then we're gonna do terrain. So Kill That UPS, they went first, so I think they would propose a number first, and then UPS 4.1 propose their number if they disagree with how many they want to be placed. So Kill That UPS, they see that there's only gonna be small ships in the enemy fleet, so they're looking to go with some Sargasso Seas, potentially slow them down. They don't really want that much terrain though, because they don't need whirlpools. The Dragon doesn't need a whirlpool to teleport all over the place. They don't really want reefs. They don't really need fog banks. that's probably just going to help the UPS fleet more. So they're going to propose 3 terrain, and I think UPS 4.1 might agree actually, because I think they don't see any 5 Masters in the fleet. It's just a 1, a 4, and a 3. So they don't. I think they're just going to try to place 2 reefs and a fog. So they're actually going to agree. They're actually not going to have to roll it out here, do a d6 roll. So all right, so 3 terrain per player, and the kill that UPS fleet is to place the first one. They probably will do all Sargassos, and they're gonna plop 1. So they can, okay, so this is where we get into a little bit more of the meta. So the terrain meta influences home island selection potentially, at least it might. So since kill that UPS is going first, their homeland is gonna be chosen first by the UPS 4.1 fleet, so they can anticipate where they're gonna be put. And then that could be based on where UPS 4.1 wants them to get placed. So they could put them at the outskirts, like one of these islands, maybe in the southwest. But probably gonna put them. They'll probably put them here. That way, even if UPS 4.1 gets placed here, they'll have a decent shot at getting to one of these islands and exploring it. They don't really want one of them in the middle, so they might as well place them on an outskirt. I think this is probably the farthest island. So UPS 4.1 is kind of thinking they might kill that UPS in the northeast. So kill that UPS would maybe be able to anticipate that, but generally they're going to anticipate getting placed at one of these corners, one of these 3 corners that's more isolated. So based on that, they're going to place Sargasso Seas more towards the middle, where they anticipate UPS 4.1 maybe being. Kill that UPS will be able to choose the location of the 4.1 home island. So if they anticipate getting placed on a corner, the question becomes, where would they want to place UPS 4.1? With the Dragon, it might not matter a lot. They do want HMS Hyena, to be able to catch up with the UPS 4.1 fleet. And they can't see face down crew, but they do see the Coral in the enemy fleet, which is a ship that can't be shot at while docked. So that could be trouble for Angelica and the Hyena. But she can be rammed at least. So they really want Hyena to be close to the Coral. So based on that, if they anticipate getting placed on a corner, they might actually put the UPS 4.1 fleet kind of nearby as a result, trying to get Hyena out there. So either way, they think, so if they get placed on a corner, UPS 4.1 might get placed at the adjacent island that's closer to the middle, and then have to cove out. So they're going to place the Sargasso Sea, like I said, probably in the middle, somewhere in the middle area of the map. So, all right, and then UPS 4.1 gets the second terrain. So they're probably going to go 2 reefs and a fog. They might do 2 fog and 1 reef, actually. I think they're going to go with that. I think they're going to try that, actually. Yeah. They're going to try a fog bank towards the middle as well, actually. So we're going to go right there with the fog, and then another Sargasso placed by kill that UPS, trying to slow them down. It's kind of extreme when it has to be SOA. It's hard to really encounter it, basically, or have it matter in the game. All right, that's exactly S from all 3 of those, actually. So, all right, yeah, they're going to place 1 more fog. Probably going to go down here, I think. Yeah, so UPS 4.1 placed the second fog bank, and now the 3rd Sargasso placed by kill that UPS fleet. The middle is going to get pretty convoluted with terrain, so they might go. They're going to go over here with this one. That's the way there. I guess they might as well move it closer. So it's closer there. Tiny bit farther. All right. So there's that, and then they're going to do 1 reef. 1 reef placed by the UPS 4.1 fleet, and they could put that they know where they're gonna put kill that UPS fleet, probably northeast. They can put the reef accordingly near that island. So I think they will do that. Make it a little bit harder to leave home and get home. So that does arguably make it more obvious where they're gonna kill that UPS, but that's the next part of the setup anyway. Right after placing train, we choose home islands. So it doesn't really matter that much in terms of the information advantage anyway. So, all right. So yeah, I think, yeah, they'll stick with that. They're gonna place them, last player chooses the home island of the first player. So white tokens for kill that UPS because they have less pirate ships, and then black token for the UPS 4.1 fleet. So now kill that UPS has a decision. They got to figure out if they really want to place them nearby. So we can this is something I want to spend a little time on for this tournament. So if they place them here, this is just theoretical. If they place them there, Hyena will be able to get here quicker. She might be able to ram the enemy Patagonia. That could be useful. And try to kill crew, board, stuff like that. That could be solid. And also, one of the keys is that they want Hyena to be near the coral in case she might be able to ram her mast off, because that would help for sure. So if they place them here, this is where they don't know that the face down event. Well, actually, they probably wouldn't have the face down event yet because they haven't placed crew. So therefore, they don't even see their +5. And I think the +5 selection is where the event would be. So Kill That UPS doesn't currently see the hidden code in the UPS 4.1 fleet, or I should say they don't see any events because they're not privy to that information yet. So that's part of the meta and part of the setup phase meta that I think a lot of people overlook, because you kind of just come to the table with your fleet, including +5s, but it's really more modular than that, or moddable. So they could assume that coral's gonna get coved out, but they don't know that, so I can't just assume that in full for Kill That UPS fleet. So it's the way I'm doing the tournament. Each fleet, of course, they don't know what the other fleet has. Once they see it in like game 1, they can know that those crew are probably the same for games 2, 3, whatever. But obviously there could be exceptions because they could change crew via the +5 selections that they change per game, and then stick with the same faction crew. But anyway, it's a whole nother thing. So, so yeah, if they don't know about Hidden Cove. I guess placing them, if they place them here, Hyena's going to take a long time to get to an island to find treasure if she wants to do that. So they could even place them in another corner. Down here might actually be a surprisingly good option, maybe. It's flat earth with hard boundaries, so they can't come out the northeast and come over here like you may have seen in some of my other games with round earth. And then if they place them here, they might just have easier access to the middle islands. Yeah, that's the thing. If they place them at one of the middle islands, the other two will be wild and closer. If they're here, they're only close to one wild island. They could do that in the southwest, but I think this is farther from that than that is from that. So a little bit. Well, they could measure it, but I think they're going to go in the southwest. I think I want to take all day to make this decision, even though I want to do the island meta, but it can become kind of a recursive, just philosophical theory nonsense. So I don't want to do that all day. And actually, Kill That UPS fleet, they would actually have to place their ships before they do before they pick the other home island, but we'll just do it now. So Patagonia, she doesn't expect to move at all in the game. Got a Patagonia with Micron in each fleet. I guess that's not really surprising. So I'll put the dragon over here. Hyena, one of my favorite English ships actually, is going to go right there. And then the UPS 4.1 fleet is going to make their home port. They're going to make their home port down here. So the Rye, proxy for Patagonia, she's going to go right here. Song nearby, and the Coral right here. So this will be interesting with the kill that UPS fleet going first. So yeah, so second player shows home island location of the first player, and then it follows from there. And all right, so now we get to the next part of the setup phase, which is placing crew. So now we place crew. We're gonna say they're set up now. Bratley and Robinson are in both fleets on Patagonia. So those are the face-up crew. All the other crew are starting the game face down. And then basically the pirates are gonna have a couple crew on their home island, which are basically pirate oarsmen. The Sea Crane is going to transfer to Captain Jack Sparrow's ship. So, okay, so for placing crew, actually they're going to start the game with 3 oarsmen on their home island, and then just 1 on the Sea Crane. But for placing crew, so +5 selections, I think they go, whoever goes first does their +5 first. So Bratley, Administrator Scott Bratley from Crimson Coast is the +5 in both fleets. So kill that UPS place, they make their +5 selections first. So their +5 selections are going to be a couple face down crew on the Hyena, and then they turn it over to the other fleet, UPS 4.1, who makes their +5 selections as those 3 oarsmen on their home island and an event. So those are going to be, which is hidden code for 2 points. So that's their 5. Okay, so that's that. And now we place treasure. So for this first game, both fleets are just going with their default treasure that they contributed. So I made videos about both of these fleets that you can watch. Put links in the description, and you can see them on PSM list as well if you want to see the UTs before watching the gameplay, where they eventually get revealed, or some may or may not get revealed or found. So basically it's going to be interesting in this tournament, because since placing treasure is not technically part of your fleet, you can make your entire treasure distribution selections after seeing the setup and seeing your opponent's fleet, including their face down +5 selections or whatever +5 selections that they have. Like, you can see if they put events, then you could put in treasure based on that, things like that. So I think it's going to get pretty interesting. I don't want to overanalyze it too much, because it's going to setup phase. I don't want the setup phase to take longer than the game itself. but it is going to be interesting to kind of try to gamify some of the setup and kind of see how interesting it can get. So, because in previous competitive tournaments, I didn't analyze the setup rules or like take it this seriously in terms of the doing everything like in the exact order and like trying to do the entire meta for every phase of the game, for every part of the setup phase, or not every part, but most parts of it can be like kind of overanalyzed and like gamified. So it'll be interesting to get into that. But anyway, so that's our setup, and we'll get to the gameplay soon. All right, with that, we're ready to start game 1. So 30 minutes per player on the clock, and kill that UPS is going first. So without further ado, let's start it up here, and Hyena is going to reveal her helmsman. So triple S speed for her, and this is interesting because I don't know where they're going to put the dragon. I guess they'll move Hyena twice with... Yeah, this is an interesting aspect of this fleet going first. They can move Hyena twice. I don't know if they want to... I don't think they want to explore. They know all about the negative EPs they put in the treasure distribution. They're actually not going to explore that island. They could, but they don't want to. So they're going to use Micron to give a second action to Hyena. The dragon is going to go right here. This is pretty funny already. She's within LL, swoop attack range. So she's just going to sit right there, basically. And could be risky if Coral has a captain. She does have a captain ability. That is actually, yeah, that's actually a good point. They have to at least anticipate that being possible. They're going to go We're gonna go a tiny bit farther out. So, and that ends their turn. And this is actually, pause it. This is actually my first time playing a UPS fleet versus an intended UPS counter fleet. At least I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong. At least in solo play. So yeah, this is the first time I've played like a UPS counter fleet. So we'll see if it can work well or not. So, all right. So UPS 4.1, first turn ever, and they're gonna stick to their plan. Flip Hidden Cove. So we'll be able to dock the coral at the nearest unexplored wild island. So there she is, and they're gonna redock. They're gonna flip both crew. She can't be shot at while docked. She's got Captain Jack Sparrow aboard and the Explorer. So they're gonna redock and get their plan going here. What's gonna be interesting is to see what she finds. If she finds one of these really bad negative UTs, it might be game over for them. So let's check out this treasure distribution. Yep. Okay, she got the idol, and they can choose the order it's applied in. Oh, this is huge. Okay, this is a wild start to the series. Crazy. So a 7 max value coin, wolves, karmic idol, missionary. So all 3 of these UTs would normally be applied. So the key is when there's multiple, I'm pretty sure the finder, the exploring player, chooses the order in which they're applied. So I believe they can use the idol to wipe the other 2, but I'm not totally sure, so I'm gonna go check it out in the pirate code. So after consulting with the pirate code, I did see what I expected. The player whose turn it is gets to decide if 2 things look like they're happening at once, so all these UTs are being revealed, they choose the order in which they're applied. And I remember asking Wolf about that a while ago, because this happens pretty frequently. You get a bunch of face-up UTs, and then it matters dramatically what order you apply them in. So in this case, they're going to apply the karmic idol first. So first you reveal them all. So they're revealed to both players. None of these would stay face down or anything. And then UPS 4.1 decides the order in which the effects are applied. So they apply karmic idol first, and that eliminates these other 2. So all 3 UTs are gone, and now they're free to trade the 7 home to Sea Crane via Captain Jack Sparrow. So used up their Hidden Cove, and now Sea Crane is going to she's going to redock at the home island. So first she trades this oarsman. They're going to keep it face down. Oh, I forgot the timer. Oh, I messed up. That took like 5 minutes. Okay, let me change the timer here. See if I can show you how this works real quick. See if I can do it. So press pause, go over. This is how easy it is to use. So I think that took a while. I feel like they've barely done anything on their turn. I'm gonna give them some time back. That took some time to check the code. Then you hold this button. A little advertisement for the chess clock. There should be an affiliate link in the description if you want to get one of these. So, and obviously you can use it for chess or other games. Okay. So, and then, okay. So let me see. Yep. Okay. So now their timer is going again on their turn. So, all right. So, just gotta remember pause it for rules questions. All right. So they're gonna throw this oarsman out to the island, and they want to load it, but they've already got 7 points of crew on Coral. So she's already got her point cap space maxed out, and there's no Jonah. Even if there was, the 4th crew would take up space she doesn't have. So they just think they're going to need that Explorer soon for one of these other islands. Man, and I'm realizing right now a mistake they made. They should have docked here. They'd be in range of the fog bank. They didn't anticipate wanting to leave this island on the first turn, but only one of the coins is worth treasure. The other 3 are already knocked out. So Karmic Idol saved them from probably losing, but they're not going to be able to. They might actually redock. Yeah, or else Angelica's going to slaughter the Coral if she doesn't stay docked or get into the fog bank. So anyway, so The Sea Crane is going to redock. Just going to come over here, dock home the 7. It's a gold 7, so they don't get the +1 silver bonus. So they're going to keep their Silver Explorer face down, but they reveal Jenny Gallows, and her +2 is different than the ship's +1. So they get +3 on the coin. And I'm going to ask Wolf about this. When there's multiple bonuses, I don't know if you can combine them and just put a 3 from outside the game. That's one of the only house rules. I'm going to pause it again. It's one of the only house rules in the tournament is that treasure from outside the game is being counted not in a tally, but we're actually going to put treasure in from outside the game. I think it's the best way to handle it. And this treasure is available for Parley, the Trader Route UT, building forts, all that stuff, Homeland Raiders. So I think that's the best and most exciting way to do it. And also the most fair too. So it's such a good ability. I feel like it should be available to their fleet if they can get a hold of it somehow. So I'm going to assume right now that Jenny's +2 and the Sea Crane's +1, you have to bring in a 2 and a 1 from outside the game. I guess this is also something you could house rule, or like something that's not really defined in the rules. If you have multiple bonuses, can you just bring in a 3? But I think it makes more sense since the abilities are separate and they stack. It seems like you'd bring in separate coins. So I'm going to do that. So they have 7, 2, 1, and I'm used to playing with treasure on home island's face down, but it's face up. I'm trying to do 100% standard rules for this tournament. So now both fleets know that 7 gold has already been found and 3 from outside the game. So now there's 33 total. It's still first to 16 to win, of course. So I'm going to unpause it, and they're going to figure out what they do with Lord Micron. Patagonia is going to give reaction. We're going to flip. Actually, both Lord Microns are revealed. Both fleets. I forgot to flip them, but anyway, no surprise there. Neither fleet is really shocked. So Coral wants to stay docked because she can't be shot at while docked. So she's going to move L, and then she's going to move S to stay docked. So if she can't get to the fog bank, she'd be like right here, and then Angelica can do a double action to move and shoot and slam her and probably basically end their hopes of winning, most likely. At least maybe. So anyway, okay, so that's their first turn, and we go to the second fleet, and they're gonna measure to see if Hyena can ram the Coral, because they want to get her no matter what. They want to get her as soon as possible, especially because they can see right now if Micron can get her to this island. And it's gonna be really close. She could probably get there, but it's gonna be wicked close on SLSL movement. So I think Hyena might be able to get in ramming range. So she's got a total of 6S maximum speed. Oh yeah. Oh, they're doing this. Okay. So 1 action, 3S, second action from Micron, 4, 5, and this is also going to block her path from getting there. And if they ram right here, they can actually block her from getting to the fog bank, because she's not going to be able to angle properly. She can only go like L, S. Well, I guess with 2 actions, if the ram fails, maybe they could get there. With 2 actions, I guess. Yeah, that's a good point. But anyway, so Micron to Hyena, and now we get the ram roll. So just need more than 1. So can't be shot at while docked, but she can be rammed. So the 4, that was kind of a bad place to roll, but anyway, so this was SOA. So a big roll there. That's going to be huge. This is not what I expected, with Micron giving his action from Patagonia in the kill that UPS fleet to Hyena on both of the first 2 rounds. That's not what I expected. Because Angelica is supposed to be the killer, but I guess against the ship that can't be shot while docked, Angelica is like not useless, but might be kind of bored for a while. Okay, so probably I think Hyena is going to board. I don't know why she wouldn't. She's got crew to spare. They want to take out this ship and take out Captain Jack Sparrow, so they're going to board. So red for Hyena, black for Coral. So Hyena's got a +3 advantage to start out, and she wins 4-2 overall. Gotta make sure I roll off the board here. I should probably roll in this like area, or probably over the west, I guess. So anyway, so Coral, I'm gonna pause it because this is not their decision. Actually, that's gonna end. That would end their turn. So I'm gonna unpause it, flip it over, so the decision is on the clock, which crew to eliminate. They're going to take out the Explorer because I don't think they have much use for him. Captain Jack is a better crew. Oh, what they can do, they can load that Oarsman. Yeah, that's what they'll do. So the Explorer dies, and now UPS 4.1 has got to scramble. They got 10 gold, but getting any more is going to be extremely hard. So, yeah, it might be screwed. There's no treasure to trade home for another crew. So they're going to load this face down Oarsman. They can keep it face down. I think they don't want to get shot at, so they're going to keep it face down and hope that they try to get captured, and then they're going to flip the Oarsman and not be derelict. So they're going to do that. It's kind of a gamey move. I might ask Wolf about that too. It's totally legal. I just want to get his thoughts on it. But basically, in terms of the they're going to touch the bow to try to tow, and they're going to flip the Oarsman and be like, oh no, now it's a boarding party. Now you rammed me. So it's going to be kind of funny. All right, I guess Sea Crane's she might have to head out. She can't do anything. She's useless right now. This is a total disaster for UPS 4.1. Oh, she could move twice at least. That's good. They could build a fort to try to protect what they got going on out here. You know what? They might do that. Problem is, it might get destroyed. All right, they got to make a decision. So Sea Crane, so a lot of things could happen really. So Coral, I don't think there's any point in giving her a move action or 2 move actions, because rowing at S+S speed, she can't get to the fog bank. She can't get home, obviously. Redocking, there's no point. So there's just no point in really doing any of that. She has no mast, so she can't ram Hyena for the standard rules. Ships have to have at least 1 mast standing to ram board. So Micron might connection to Sea Crane, because she can actually get out here. She can probably dock. I mean, she doesn't have the can't be shot while docked ability, of course. I think they're gonna put all their eggs into this island. I guess if Sea Crane leaves, Angelica's gonna slaughter her. If they don't build a fort, they're going to lose everything, I feel like. It's a tough decision, but they might lose the fort, but I feel like it's their best play. So I think I'm going to go with that. There's a lot of interesting ways they could do this. Or, well, I guess a couple interesting ways. I'm trying to measure really accurately. Oh, yeah, they're good. All right, so Sea Crane is going to come over here. Where does she want to dock? Probably going to go for this gold, maybe, if she is able to at some point. So she's going to dock right there. So Micron's action is given to Sea Crane, and they're going to end their turn by building a fort, and they're going to build Paradis de la Mer with the 7 coin. So got Paradis ready to go right here. So I guess I don't really need the. It's kind of weird because I'm using these aren't really standard islands. They're official islands, but they're not standard. So I'll just do the fort. I'll try not to move it too much. So I'll put the fort right there, and then we'll have the Paradis de la Mer over in the fleet area, fleet deck plate area, and that costs 4 gold. So they have to use their 7 to pay for it, because their bonus gold is not enough. They could build Dead Man's Point, but they really want Paradis's really amazing defensive ability. So we're going to do that. And they're going to end their turn. So now this is getting complicated. Because now if Kill That UPS wants to act decisively, they're going to have to face down this fort right away. But they might as well. They're right here. They got both ships. So let me figure out how they want to do this. They got to use some clock time, but that's fine. They got to make a decision on who's attacking what, basically, and in what order, and whether or not to ram the Coral. They can anticipate that the Coral did load an oarsman. They don't know that, but they can anticipate that it might be an oarsman. It can't be, they don't have Jonah, so that it has to be a 1-point crew, because Coral only has Captain Jack Sparrow and the other crew. So with no Jonah face up, it can only be a 1-point crew. So that's even more likely. So they kind of think it might, they'd probably put the odds at more than 50% it's an oarsman. So Hyena would like to capture Coral, but she doesn't really need to. She wouldn't mind singing her, but she still can't be shot at while docked. She's still docked, so. If they want to take out Sea Crane and the fort, and Micron's really going to help. I think now that the ship has no mass, Hyena's not pinned. I'm thinking they're going to have Hyena hit Sea Crane with everything, or try to dismast her anyway. And then Angelica might get a double action to slam the fort. Either way, they should have a minimum of 10 shots to pour in, or 11. So Hyena twice would be 6 shots plus 4, or 3, and then 8 here. So either way, they're going to be pouring in a heavy fire here on this turn. It's going to get pretty crazy. This is the game, probably. This is wild. This is a pretty crazy start to the tournament play-in game here. So pretty fun. So 2S, I do 3S, like right there. Ram. Got all 3 in range. So they're going to reveal their captain. So captain on the Hyena. And I don't think I'm forgetting about any abilities or no defensive abilities on Sea Crane. She just has... Oh, she should have picked up an Oarsman. Ah. Yeah. Oh well. That's alright. Yeah, I guess I won't go back and pretend that happened. So anyway, so no defensive abilities on Sea Crane. So they're just going to shoot, and I guess English ship, so we'll use all red dice for this one. So about astern. Well, yeah, they're shooting to sink. So they don't care if all 3 hit and she sinks, that's fine. They don't really care about capturing it. I guess it's debatable if they should. They could think about it. I don't think they need to capture it. I don't know. Once the other fleet only has Patagonia, I mean, they're not going to be able to do anything. And then they can wreck the fort and take the gold from that. Yeah, yeah. All right, so Hyena, smaller dice, 3 S's. Big die is the 2L. So go over here, shooting at Sea Crane with all her firepower. Okay, so the 2L is the one that missed. So 2 hits. So I'm going to take these masts out here off the proxy for Sea Crane. And she might still sink this turn, but just do that for now. So now move, shoot, ram, board is the order of operations. No ramming damage. So they're going to board, might as well. So red for Hyena, black for Sea Crane. Okay, so they win 7-4. So Sea Crane loses her Silver Explorer, which was face down. So that one's gone. He dies. And now the Hyena's ability is once on the turn the ship is... Oh, she's not pinned. There's no mass on the enemy ship. She's not pinned, so... let me just look up the order of operations real quick in the code under move action. So you shoot... Yeah, so the shooting happens before you have the chance to get pinned. If the rammed ship has at least 1 mass remaining or an ability causes a pin. Neither is the case. She shot away the mass before she had the opportunity to get pinned, so the ability does not apply. And now we come to Angelica, who's going to move right next to the fort. And she's got 2L, 3L, 3S, 3S. So I'm going to grab some dice for those. Let me figure out. Okay, so let's do all of them are going to be in range. So yeah, they're all going to be in range of the fort. So we're going to go 3s are black, and then the 2L is the red. So blasting away at PARADIS. Okay, so the ability has to be rolled first. So we'll see how many hits it has to take first this turn. Only 1. Okay. And Wolf ruled, I'm going to pause it. I don't fully agree with it, but Wolf ruled that means that the first hit does take out a flag. I feel like that kind of goes against the ability text, but it does make the fort easier to deal with. So the first hit will take out a flag, so there's basically no defenses on the fort. So this is crazy. Getting pretty lucky here. I feel like UPS is doing well. And so normally I'd house rule that so that the ability text is kind of like played as written, in my opinion, but I'm going with almost 100% standard rules, pretty much. So So every hit will take out a mass, or a flag, I should say. So black for 3s, red for the 2L. So, oof. Oh, alrighty. Well, 0 for 4 to start. I don't know if that makes them lose faith in Angelica, but I think not, because she's got one more shot than Hyena, so they might as well, especially with PARADIS not having that defense ability. They're going to give the second action to Angelica right now and just keep going, keep blasting away. So, all right, let's see if we can get some, see if we can actually get some rolls here. Okay, that's more like it. So 3 hits. So we got a 3 that missed, and then the other 3 hit right there. So I'm gonna take the fort off just to take the flags out. So we're gonna leave a couple. That's pretty devastating blast. So Angelica, ineffective at first, but then made up for it with a nice, successful attack. And this is just carnage. This is like a crazy, pretty crazy area down there. Okay, so back to the zoom out, full scale, and that's gonna end their turn. So does not look good for UPS 4.1. So they do have the fort, and you can reassign cannons each turn. So the remaining cannons will be the 2L, of course, by default. So I'll probably start with the cannons. Only question is, who are they shooting at? So forts ignore ships when shooting, which is kind of funny. I guess they'll go for Angelica. Yeah, especially because they can't repair. I mean, either target is good, but they'll go after Angelica with the fort. So a couple 2Ls blasting away and 2 hits. So Angelica taking some damage right away. So she's gonna lose. It's gonna lose the wings, and part of it's like spine or whatever. So we're gonna pop that out here. Put her back. I think it's a she. My bad if it's a guy. Dragon. So now we come to Hyena, or sorry, not Hyena. We come to what they want to do. Can't really do much. Coral's got the oarsman, but yeah, she could at least row away. Sea Crane is screwed. She doesn't have an oarsman. She should, but I kind of botched that, so that will be an asterisk for this game, which I don't want to have asterisks for this tournament, but I don't think they're going to win anyway. So I don't think Sea Crane having an oarsman right now would like save her or save the day for the UPS 4.1 fleet. We'll see. I don't think that's going to be a huge thing. So, but Coral, oh man, she actually still can't make it. She doesn't have a helmsman, so it just S. She's just short, so she can't get to the fog bank. So that's brutal. Yeah, they're screwed. I guess she'll repair. She might as well. Yeah, I guess that's the best option. The fort's still up, so she can repair at least. We'll pop her mast up. It's a 2L. Actually, with Micron, she could shoot right now. So maybe, or actually no, she should run. Yeah, now that she's repaired, okay, there we go. All right. So she'll do that. Micron to Coral, Sea Crane. Sea Crane, I don't know if she wants to put Jenny Gallows in the fort. There's no pirate ships in the other fleet that can actually use Jenny Gallows. So she could just scuttle. Yeah, they're gonna scuttle the Sea Crane. So 5 or 6. Okay, I'm gonna place that on the ship. So it's a good reminder that that ship will sink on the next UPS 4.1 turn if it's not captured in the meantime. So that's all they can do, I think. So I'm gonna flip over to the other fleet, and I think we're gonna start with Angelica. We're gonna hit the fort again. So PARADIS, we have to roll again. I'm gonna roll for the ability, see how many times it has to be hit this turn. 4. Oh Lord. So the first 3 hits will be ignored. The 4th will do a damage. They will have 8 shots if Hyena's given a second action, which she will be. Yeah, they're gonna capture the ship and then come back around. Yep, okay. So 4 for PARADIS. We're gonna put that on the island to keep track of that as well. Hyena's first action, I'm pretty sure she's going to get Micron's second action. She's going to come around. She's going to touch to toe. Scuttle is irrelevant. She's going to take that die out of play. They've captured the sea crane. And now they still have all 3 cannons in range. So we're going to blast away. Just like last time, small dice for 3 S's, big for 2L. So shooting at the fort. Open. All right, I'm going to re-roll the one that fell on the floor. So 1 hit so far, 1 miss, and 2 misses. So 1 flag out. Or no, not 1 flag out. So 1 hit. So we're going to just decrease this so I remember. So 3 more. So they only have 5 shots left to take. I think Hyena's going to, she's going to move a little bit. Yeah, she's going to move 1, and then they could leave the fort alone and try to pound the coral, but I guess they'll go after it. It's kind of debatable. But so we're going to try it again. So 1 hit on the first attack, 2nd broadside from Hyena against the fort. So, okay. Man, we're not getting many hits here. So they only got 1 there. So it's pretty trashy. Angelica has to hit both times in order to damage it. So Hyena with a disappointing 2 for 6 on greater than 50% accuracy average cannons. Pretty bad. Angelica's got a 2L or a 2S. Or no, it's a 2L for the deck plate. It's a 2S on the starboard side, but it's not relevant. So 2 and 3. So change the dice. So 2L's for the red, 3L black for Angelica. She's got to hit both times to do damage, so that's unfortunate, but let's see. So, so she only goes 1 for 2, and the fort is undamaged this turn. So that could be big going forward. That might change how they go after it next turn. They might leave the area. All right. So UPS 4.1 still very much alive. We're gonna start blasting away. It's kind of debatable who to shoot at, really. They can't dismast Hyena, so that's a factor. They're definitely gonna shoot with the fort first. There's a slight chance Coral could come out of the fog, dock at the fort, and shoot at Hyena, and then while she's docked, she can't be shot at. That'd be kind of crazy. I don't know that that's gonna happen, but it might. So I just got to figure out the fort's got a couple 2L cannons, and if they both hit, you could take out Angelica, so that's a big deal. They're probably going to go for that. It is tempting to try to dismast Hyena. If they hit twice on Hyena, they could hit her a 3rd time with Coral, because she's got Captain ability via Captain Jack Sparrow. She also needs a decent fog bank exit, though. Like if she comes out here, she needs to be able to dock right there. So there's only, yeah, they could map out the probabilities of being able to dock. I think they have to roll, I think only 1 or 2. I think there's only 2 roll. I don't know about a 4. She can't hit the Sargasso. I don't think this angle works. It probably looks like it does, but if she goes here, the next move action is like that angle. So she can't move through that jib bowsprit. So I think they only have like a 33% chance of getting a good enough fog exit. so we can kind of math it out and see that it's probably better to shoot at Angelica, I think. So we're going to go with that. So 2 L's at Angelica here. So let's see. Okay, so 1 hit. All right. So 1 hit takes out the tail. Angelica is almost dead. And they're going to see what fog exit location they get for the Coral here. So they get a 1, so that would not have been good enough to dock where they wanted to dock. So they're gonna go over here. She can't be shot at while docked, so might as well get docked and prepare to explore next turn. Because her explorer got placed on the island or whatever, or eliminated. So no, he died a while ago. All right, so And actually, they still have Micron, so they can explore right now. So Coral is going to explore this island. So I'm going to mark, I gotta mark these islands explored. So this will be fascinating. So here we go. Oh, gorgeous. They love it. Okay, Maps of Alexandria. That's going to flip all coins face up on Wild Islands for the remainder of the game. And then they finally found their silver. 322. So problem is their Silver Explorer already died, but it's fun to find it at least. Kind of looks nice. After seeing the gold all the time, it's fun to see the silver. So they're going to flip their oarsman face up on Coral, so it doesn't take up a card space, and they're going to load the 3-2 face down, of course. So they've got 4 cargo aboard, one that doesn't take up space. A 2, they know a silver 2 is right there. Oh, and that gets flipped. That's actually face up now. So I'm going to pause it. I think that would end their turn actually too. So I'm going to pause it because this isn't really like their turn technically. So, oh, this island is gorgeous. So the southwest, 7-2-3-3, which means that I think the plague is over here. So, yep, plague, natives, and savage natives. And a 1. Oh my god. So just absolute death awaits whoever goes here. So I've never seen savage natives and cursed or savage natives with the RV one on the same island. This is disgusting. So it's really good. They didn't know what that was, but it's good that they didn't have Hyena explore there early in the game, because her crew would have been knocked out. Oh man, nasty stuff. So Maps of Alexandria, the dramatic effect, revealing a giant disparity. This is like perfect. This is hell in the north. So, okay. So that was the UPS 4.1 turn. Now we change gears back to kill that UPS. Flip it over, unpause it, and both fleets are doing okay on time, so that's good. So now we come to this fort problem again. They still have 4 cannons, and Hyena can shoot twice, so yeah. All right, so let me see what happens. I'm gonna measure. If they drop the tow, they can totally ram Coral again, but then the fort probably survives. So, and Coral cannot get home with this gold. She can't trade it because Micron, I guess she could trade one of the coins with Captain Jack Sparrow for Lord Micron, but that's not a great idea because then they don't have Micron for the Coral. So Coral has to pretty much go home now. She doesn't have Sea Crane to assist her. Maybe Sea Crane probably never should have left the home island, I guess. I don't know. It looked like they should have made a stand here. So whatever. We'll see. We'll see if there's an asterisk in this game from UPS 4.1 clearly making more mistakes than the other fleet, but we'll see. There's at least another game, at least one more game to play. And they're still winning, so we'll see. I don't think they should ram. I think they should take care of the fort. So they're gonna attempt that here. I think they're gonna flip the ship to put Sea Crane closer to their home island, and because if Coral comes home, she might, on her way back, she might be in range of sinking the Sea Crane. So they're gonna move S, partial S, and then just a tiny bit more to flip the Sea Crane a little bit out of harm's way maybe. And then Hyena's gonna shoot. So PARADIS roll to see how many hits it needs to endure. It's only 2, so it's better than last turn. So 2L and then 3 S's from Hyena once again. So, man, she's not doing well. 1 for 3 once again. But I guess, okay. That's only 1 hit, but now they still need another one. So I guess in that case they would shoot with both still. All right. Yeah. So Hyena is she's just gonna shoot again. Yeah, I'm sure that's in range. Yeah. All right. She's just gonna go again. I'm gonna roll these farther. This is starting to annoy. So, all right. Let's see if she can get better rolls here. Not really. 1 for 3 again. So between these 2 turns, this is a great example of how much I miss with 3S cannons. It's insane. I feel like they're 5S's. This is why I like the World Hater ability, because then this 3 would have hit on a 4. So, okay, so between the 2 rounds, Hyena goes, I think that's what? She was 2 for 6 twice, so 4 for 12. Even though her accuracy is technically higher than 50% average. So anyway, so next hit will take out, or that took out a flag because it was 2 and there were 2 hits, so that's 1 flag gone. Angelica is going to try to make the fort abandoned with her 2L right here. Okay, so that's big. And then they're going to end their turn. So I'm going to pause it, flip it, and then take these flags out separately. So PARADIS is now abandoned and can't shoot, no flags left, but it's still there. Next hit will destroy it. It's a crazy looking island there. All kinds of carnage. So now we go back to UPS 4.1. Their clock starts and they got to figure out what they want Coral to do. They just got to get her home. But that could be a tall order here. I guess they'll probably go into the fog. Oh, they could redock and shoot. But then they risk getting rammed. Let me see if they can make it without the fog bank. I think they need to use the fog bank as like almost like a springboard. SL, and then they move the L first. They can't dock. If they go to the fog bank, they could get a 2 and then come out there and redock at the fort. And then even if they get rammed and boarded, she could at least repair at the fort next turn and use Micron to move back into the fog after the repair, kind of like she did earlier in the game. Or the crazy thing is they could build another fort. They could build, they have 3 gold on their home island they've explored here. I wonder if maybe they should try to build a fort over here. Angelica's dangerous though. They're not gonna be able to get here in 1 turn, even with Micron. So the decision is whether or not to stay at the island they're at, build a fort, probably Dead Man's Point, or go back to the island, get the dock safety. Well, the problem is I think they have to roll a 2. If they roll a 1, that would get them there. Actually, yeah, I think, okay. Yeah, the bow's gonna be about there. Yeah, they can dock like half the fog exit locations will allow them to dock, it looks like. So yeah, there's no way that works. Okay, so if they build a fort, they put more gold from their home island back into play. It gives them another base to operate from. And the English have shown real trouble with the fort problem. It's partly PARADIS' ability though. Dead Man's Point can be pretty nasty. And then that kind of protects the 2, it protects the coral. I think they're gonna build another fort. I don't think they should, yeah, because I think this fort is doomed either way. And then they're probably just gonna get rammed and boarded. Her 2L cannon is not enough to really do much against Hyena. It'd be cool if they could exit the fog and then hit Angelica. They're not going to be in range. They can't dock over here. So they're going to redock to get better positioning. Oh, that's a great idea. They might even be able to gamify it and dock here at this other island next turn. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she can make it. Oh, this is... Okay, they're back in the game. So they're going to move... They have 2 full actions to redock. They don't need... They're not really doing much. So they're going to take both actions to redock right here. This way, Hyena, even at 6S, well, nah, she'll be there, but whatever. I don't know if they're going to do that. So if the English would do that. Key is they can get to this island in 1 turn now and stay docked, therefore. So I'm going to pause it, flip it, and then get my Dead Man's Point out. So they're going to build another fort. So I'm going to grab it over here. So this one, it's 3 gold. It's got 3 L cannons. So, all right. So they're going to use their bonus gold to build another fort. It's risky, but Angelica's weak, so this could pay off. We'll see. So I think I'm gonna move one of the flags over so it's in a better position, because the east side of the island is probably more likely to get action than the other sides. So I'm gonna pull it. There are 3 gold from their home island right there. I know the fort's a little lopsided, but can't really be helped, I don't think. So, okay. So now we're gonna unpause it and kill that UPS. Really wants to take out this fort for good now. So, yeah. And they know it was built with a 7. They actually know that, and it would get flipped. It should actually be face up, but because of the maps of Alexandria, but whatever. So, need my red die. Angelica should be the one to try to kill the fort, because there's no way she's going to get to Coral right now. She can't be shot while docked. So 2L. All right, Paradis is gone. This island is unexplored, and now that gold is up for the taking. And Hyena has an explorer, so she's probably going to load it right now. Or she might. They want to build one of their own forts on the island, so Sea Crane could repair at it and then take the 7 home herself, but they don't have any gold on their home island. So that's one of the greatest advantages with UPS, is they can build forts fast because they have gold on their home island all the time. So here allowed them a lot of flexibility to pop a second one up. So yeah, Hyena, yeah, she's going to dock, I think. I'm trying to think the best place for it. Hyena's going to have to go after Coral again soon, probably next round. So yeah, I wish they could repair Sea Crane, but they don't have a shipwright. There's no abandoned shipwright in play, so she's just gonna sit there, I think. Yeah, because there's no pirate oarsman on the island. They didn't UPS 4.1. They didn't leave one behind or anything. So whatever. She might go into the fog bank, I think, actually, after this, the Hyena. So she's gonna dock. The towed ship docks. I'm gonna put her there. Hyena reveals her little trap card or whatever. So she's got an explorer. They know there's nothing bad here. It was already knocked out via the karmic idol. They're gonna take that 7. Hyena loads the 7, and now they've got Micron to give an action somewhere. So I think the best bet, they could put Angelica like here and block. Oh, they can measure her angles of approach. This is where pre-measuring gets crazy. They can measure her angles of approach. She's probably gonna be able to get around it. All right, it was a good idea, but I think they have enough movement to not. I don't think it's gonna matter. Even if she had the wings still attached, Coral could probably duck underneath. So, so I think they're just gonna do Hyena into the fog bank. So that way she's safe, but also closer to attacking Coral soon. So that looks like a pretty good turn. Hyena does have that 7, but she's not really ready to go home yet with it. So at least I don't think she should yet. So Coral is now, okay, Coral has to figure this out. They might not go here actually, because now they've used, maybe they were too early to build a fort. Yeah, they want to lock this up too, but they don't have any gold on their home island to do that with. So they got to get home somehow. So they might come back actually. Trying to think if there's a better way, or they could trade the treasure. That's actually a really good idea too, or it could be. So she has a 3 and a 2 silver. So she could swap the 2 for a 7, and then they'd be in better shape. The timer is probably going to come into play here, especially with the fort. This might cause problems. So right now, neither fleet has any gold on their home island. So this could take a while to resolve here. So one action will not get her to the fog bank. So she'd have to use both to move in. She can't get home. She can't quite get home like that. If she gets here, she can't explore it yet. She'd have to wait, which is ugly. it's going to take a while. And then she'd have to wait another turn. She'd have to have both actions to stay docked, going from here back to here. That gives Hyena a wide window to attack her in. But if they try to go home with the gold they have, Hyena might go here uncontested, and they'll load another 7. Oh, okay. This is where they math it out. I know they're using a little bit of time, but Hyena can drop her captain, load a 7 and a 3, and then that's enough to win. That'd be 17. So they can't give this up. So they're just gonna go here. They're tempted, but it's gonna take too long to get home, and it's too perilous a journey, especially with Angelica still lurking. So they're actually gonna go down here and end their turn. So Micron goes to Coral, and that's that. So they can't let Hyena get the winning gold over there, because she'd have 17 aboard, and she's faster than Coral. 6S versus SLSL. So, all right. So Angelica, she doesn't have much to do. So Micron is going to go to the Hyena. So we're going to roll for Fog. Exit location 3 is about as worse. It's the worst location they could come out of. I wonder if they should go home with this 7. Try to lock it up. And then they could at least build a fort of their own if they need to. Let me think about this. They can't get to Coral. 3, 4, 5. They're not going to get there. I don't like her odds of wrecking Dead Man's Point. I don't think it's going to work. And that thing has the cargo elimination. They're not, yeah. She's 4 for her last 12, so I don't think she's going to get 4 hits. I don't think she's going to go 4 for 6. She might, but I don't think so. So, problem is the journey home is a long one. I guess with Micron, she could be home in 2 turns, but I don't know if she could get back to Coral in time. The key right now, Coral has to try to avoid Angelica by staying docked. She could wait, go back there. I think they're going to go home with the 7 to try to secure it, because they know how long it's going to take Coral. Coral has to explore, and she doesn't want to end her next turn over here, because then Angelica can pounce while she's not docked. So just knowing how long that's going to take and how fast Hyena can move, they're actually going to... This is not what I expected to do, but I'm going to try this. We'll see if this is a mistake, but they're going to actually try to get the 7 home real quick and then go back out. So, all right, so that was 6, right? Let me just, I feel like that was, I don't know if that was 6 or 7. All right, so Hyena is going to come home 3, 4, 5, 6. So she can get home next turn, which is big. And Angelica, she's going to, I guess she'll go over here. Hyena could also try to ram over there, but Patagonia might steal the 7, so it's too risky. All right, that's a basic turn, and Pearl's going to explore as expected. She's going to grab a 7, dump a 2. Absence of Alexandria says for the remainder of the game, so I think that 2... Well, either... I guess they would both know about it, so I'm just going to put it face up anyway. Because that 2 was revealed here when it was found, so now Coral has 10 gold total aboard. So pretty nice. I think she'll keep Captain Jack Sparrow, because worst case, she might be able to flip a coin for Micron at the end of the game, or she might need that Captain Billy with the 2L. That could be really useful against Angelica, maybe. So that's all. That's really all they can do. So I think Angelica's not going to get in action this turn. So let's have Hyena come 3, and then just going to dock 4, 5, 6. So Hyena docks home, unloads the 7. So that'll give them some fort building options if they want to go that route, or if they need to at some point. No action to Angelica, end turn. Coral is going to swing back to the other island as expected. So she's trying to do an island hopping strategy. So here, home. But she's gotta figure that out here. LS L. She's gotta go a little bit. She's gotta go to port just to get there. Alright, that's fine. That's really all they can do. So now we're having some fast turns here. Let's see if that'll slow down at some point. But so Hyena is gonna get double action from Micron again. 3, 4, 5, 6, and Angelica doesn't have much to do. She's got to stay out of range. One action, and then second action. Yeah, she's gonna go like over here, and then I'm gonna pause it for a quick little rules question. All right, so UPS 4.1 has determined that start their clock. They shouldn't go here because there's no spot to repair. So as soon as Hyena rams and boards, they're kind of screwed. So they're actually gonna deposit their gold in the fort and try to hold the fort, basically, pretty much. They're gonna put their 7 and 3 on coral. It's a little less fragile in the fort, so they're gonna put it in the fort on that island, and then redock, and I think they're gonna end their turn there. They might try to go here and bring gold to the fort, but we'll see. All right, so Hyena and Angelica now have to decide what they want to do. Nobody's gonna explore that island, so we're gonna have to play until the timer runs out, or the gold is the one fleet can't get future move actions, I guess, or 16. I guess it's more than half, but it's gonna be hard to get more than half on a home island. So Hyena's gonna duck into the fog bank with a second action, and Angelica is gonna stay put. Hyena might actually go after Patagonia instead of the fort, but we'll see. All right, we're gonna end their turn. So Coral, yeah, she's gonna use Micron to come down here and pick up more coins from this island she's already explored. She's gonna pick up a couple 3s. The English see that, and that's gonna end their turn. We're gonna see Hyena Fogbank exit location 2. Oh, nice. So that puts her right towards Micron. Yeah, galleys can't pin, so she might go after the English. Because even if she rolls a 1, she won't be pinned at the home island. She could take out their limit crew and stuff like that. With Micron, she can ram twice. Yeah, they're gonna try that. They think it's a safer bet than going after the fort. So that was 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 2L, so you're gonna move a little less. They're gonna go right there. So end their turn. This is a weird situation. So Micron wants to flee, but nowhere to go really. Oh, they can free crew transfer after. They'll probably do that. Or else Micron might get captured, and then they'd have 2 Microns. That'd be ugly. So they're going to use Micron and then dump him via the free transfer rules on the home island, and just pick him up and use him as needed. So Coral can move either segment first, so SL, LS. She gets back to the fort and deposits more gold. Now they're in control of a lot of gold, so the English have to keep that in mind. They're going to end their turn by dumping their proxy, Lord Micron, on the home island. And she actually has cargo to load one of these face-down pirate oarsmen. They can't use their abilities, so they take up space, but they might as well load one, or maybe 2. She's going to load 2 of them. Yeah, and then she'll have all 4 cargo spaces taken up. She can't drop either 0-point crew, because they have to be assigned to a ship. Here's the flag, so. Alright. kill that UPS. That was pretty brilliant, actually, to try to protect Micron a bit and protect the ransom crew as well. But I don't think it's going to change Hyena's plan of approach here and attack. She's still going to do the same thing. So she's going to move. She's going to ram. So more than one to dismast. So Patagonia in the UPS 4.1 fleet loses her mast. And English, let's see if they want to board. They'd rather capture, actually. So they're not going to board. The UPS 4.1 is going to decide to board. So red for Hyena, black for the Patagonia. So, so one each. So one pirate crew is lost from the Patagonia. And then Micron is going to be used to capture the Patagonia. And yeah, now they have ransom, but they need to get it home for it to be worth anything. Because Patagonia oarsman prevents dereliction from the deposit, but galley does not. So they captured Bradley Robinson, and then there's a pirate oarsman on the Patagonia, but since it's pirate, you can't use the ability. They could just have Patagonia row, so they'll probably do that. She could even tow home the sea crane while she's rowing home. So I'm gonna unpause it, and actually, yeah, they're gonna they could immediately give an action to the Patagonia to row. She's gonna row her own ransom crew home. This is kind of weird. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen this yet, I don't think, but whatever. All right, so change the faction. So now they don't have Micron. He's stuck on the home island without a ship. So, I mean, he would have just been killed in the boarding party, probably. Well, he would have just been captured, and then the other fleet would be using it. So no Micron for 4.1. They're down to the Coral. Only have one ship left. Oh, they want to sabotage her. They want to get stuck. But with the Sargasso Sea, they might not be able to get stuck. They're trying to sabotage the ship. They could go try to find Plague. The reason they're doing this is because they know they have more gold in their fort than the English have on their home island or in a fort. So they need to lose a mast. That's the problem. Maybe they should have put an iceberg in play. There's nowhere to lose a mast. That might screw them, actually. Wild. So now they can use Coral like wicked aggressively. So they might actually try to get more gold. Or they could go attack the English. Either way, they're gonna have some quick turns. I think they're gonna go back and get more gold first. Because the English might have enough. I don't think so. I'm gonna do a quick tally. So I'm gonna flip it, pause it. Because they should know this. I don't want the timer to like destroy the math meta, if you will. So I'm not gonna do that. So 10, 16, plus 5. So they have 21. So that's a lot. So the English can't even get that many, I don't think. There's only 2, 1, 7. So that'd be 11. 11 plus 5 from ransom is only 16. So they're winning by a lot right now. They just might not be able to sabotage the Coral fast enough. Okay. Well, so the English should destroy the fort. So they'll go after that soon, I think. Once it's destroyed, they'll be good. Because they don't have... All the 21 is in the fort. So, alright, let's unpause it and see what we can do. Oh, now Angelica can attack Coral, but she doesn't want to. Because as soon as... Okay, hang on. So the game ends as soon as a player can't be given future move actions. That's about to happen. If Angelica finally hits Coral right now, she takes out the mast, she takes out a cargo with her ability, cargo wrecking. The pirates would choose to kill the oarsman with that. And then they can't be given future move actions. The game ends, Golden Forts counts, and they'd win 21-7. So Angelica finally has her chance at Coral with a double action from Micron, and it would lose them the game. So, okay, so yeah, so Hyena's she's gotta get going on this fort. So Angelica can help a little bit, not a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6S. Angelica can go right there, and it's gonna end their turn. And I want to see if swoop attacks can be used against a fort, just in terms of staying out of range. But yeah, it says a target. A swoop attack allows the Sea Dragon to attack any one target within L+L of its base. So it eliminates 2 masts. Let me just look it up in the code as well. Okay, so looking at the rules, I don't think you can swoop attack forts, because when a fort is hit, its player eliminates a flag. I just checked the code. Swoop attacks do not cause regular hits, and they only eliminate masts, which technically these are flags, not masts. So I don't, mostly because of the hits thing, they don't cause hits. I don't think you can swoop attack a fort. So, so that's good to know. All right, so UPS 4.1. They kind of want Coral to be able to defend the fort. They might actually go back and do that, because Hyena might be attacking as soon as this turn. So they can map it out. She's probably going to wait until next turn, but then Coral would only be right here. She wouldn't be able to come back in time. So, you know what? I think they're just going to go for the lane. That way, if the fort's destroyed too, they at least have something to try to get home. So they're going to try that and end their turn there. And yeah, true to form, Hyena is going to... Well, there's no point in doing a frog, I guess. She's going to go 1, 2, 3. It's out of fort range. And now Angelica could be given a double action to hit the fort, but yeah, she could soften it up, but I don't think they're going to do that. Time is ticking down. I'm going to go 1S rowing, end turn. Coral is coming back. L+S. End turn. Micron is going to be given to Hyena. She's going to go 1, 2, 3. Same die rolls as before. 2L and the 3 S's. Okay, now she hits 2 for 3. So that's 2 flags. And she's going to... I don't know if she can stay out of range if Coral's 2L cannon. I guess she'll try a little bit. I don't have time to measure it, but whatever. So again, so 2 more hits. Wow. All right, so Hyena finally got some hits on a fort. So I'm gonna pause it, take the flags out because we're running out of time. I don't really want this game to have a huge asterisk because of the timer either, so I might just play past it. At least it like forces me to play faster, saves me time, so I have more time for other games and getting on with life. So 4 for 6, she did it. And then Angelica might as well move right there. Well, not with Coral. So they're gonna pre-measure Coral. So if her bow is there, the cannon's about right here. So Angelica is gonna go like right here, so she's in range of the fort. That ends their turn. Coral is going to... Oh, she should bother placing a gold in the fort. She could run home. But now they have no... Oh boy. As soon as the fort's destroyed, they have no incentive to keep things alive. That was L. She could build a fort down here. She could go back and then rebuild PARADIS. Oh, I know, they don't have gold on their home island, so they can't. All right. She might re-explore Yeah, she's gonna dock here, and then she's gonna dump both coins, and then end their turn there. Angelica shooting to destroy the fort. Got it. So this is gone. Unexplored Wild Island. We're gonna row here Patagonia. Hyena. Now they know they have it. They have 7. There's 0 in the other fleet. So they're gonna go for the slaughter. They're gonna let Angelica do it. Micron, or no, she's docked again. What the hell? I forgot. Okay. So Hyena is gonna attack the Coral. They're gonna attack. They're sick of this ship. So ram damage. I think I'm just gonna ignore the clock because I think the game's about to end anyway. Ram, can't shoot. Boarding party. Red for English. Oh, tie. Okay. Well, second action, I think they would ram again. Yeah, they have another action. So they're gonna ram again. Yeah, I don't know. It's basically, I don't want the clock. The clock is a house rule. So that's not supposed to wreck the tournament results. I think I'm just gonna use it. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I just usually I don't run out of time, so I didn't anticipate it being this big of a problem. But anyway, all right. So I'll still try to go quick. So ram, now board again. Red for English. So, oh my God, they lost. This is why I don't like +1 to boards, because it hardly can have a crazy result. Even if they had it, they could get a 1 and lose 6-5. So 6-5. The English lose the boarding party. So they're gonna take out a crew. They do have the oarsman. Yeah, Coral is pretty screwed right now. So they're gonna. No, they already have 7 gold in their home line. They're gonna take out their explorer, keep their oarsman, and now the pirates are up again. So Coral, I think her best move is to explore. So they're gonna explore the island again. Problem is now they can't build a fort on it. So they're gonna take. They can't repair either. So they're gonna drop. I think they're gonna drop Captain Jack Sparrow, I guess, to take. Oh, I forgot about his link earlier. Oh, that's an asterisk. I forgot that he linked. So Coral would have 4 spaces before any take-up space. So she'd have 4 minus. Okay. So she should have been transferring 3 coins instead of 2 at a time. But I mean, it kind of worked because she would have had to take 2 trips down here to get all 4 into the fort anyway. So whatever. But so now she has all 3 spaces open. She's going to take 7-3-3. Leave all this here. Somehow she's going to try to row home and not get boarded. Oh, she's just going to be taken out in a minute. So that's the best they can do realistically. So back to the kill that UPS fleet. They're gonna have their ransom going home. They don't need the ransom gold, so whatever. They're winning 7-0 right now. So, and then yeah, this is just recurred. This is the same. Board again. They finally win 8-6. Loser chooses. So Coral gives up. Well, she gives up a 3. Oh, she could have looted worse coins, actually. Gives up a 3 to Hyena. Hyena. This is brutal, because Coral can keep exploring to take coins. But eventually, Hyena will be full, and she'll have to eliminate crew. So Hyena is going to use Micron to board again. So this is kind of silly, but 7-4. Coral chooses to give up treasure again. Hyena loads it, and then so now I think English could build a fort here. I think that would undock the Coral, but let me just see. Let's see what the next turn holds. So UPS 4.1, they're going to they should explore again, take more gold. Or they should just run finally. But then they can't. The problem is they'll be undocked. I don't think there's any way they can pull this out somehow. So if they load Captain Jack Sparrow, they can eliminate him. But either way, the problem is they can't get away without getting sunk. So, I guess they would load gold. In terms of trying to hold out as long as possible, they would load more gold. I guess they'd load the crappy values. So they're going to explore again, load treasure, turn over their turn. English would keep ramming and boarding, and they'd keep winning until eventually, yeah, this is just silly. So they would flip their oarsman, doesn't take up space. They'd receive another coin. They'd be full on cargo. Actually, this would happen right now. This is their turn. Full on cargo. Now when they ram, there's no treasure to be given to the enemy ship. That eliminates the oarsman from the coral. And now we have a player that can't be given future move actions. Therefore, the game ends. And the only gold on any home island is 7 that we found all the way back to the beginning. So kill that UPS wins 7-0 based on 1 coin that originally was the best hope for UPS 4.1 to win. So, and just total carnage. So 2 forts destroyed, 1 dragon nearly killed, and we've got UPS 4.1 just getting absolutely wrecked here. So pretty interesting game. I thought it was kind of unique. It was pretty interesting. I'd be curious to hear what you think of it, what your thoughts are on the game. It's kind of wild. And UPS 4.1 hung in there. They really, despite getting attacked early, they really had a good shot at it for a while. So curious to hear what you think of the game. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more action. So I'm going to play another game between these fleets just to see who's better. And then if it's best of 3, so if UPS 4.1 wins the next game, game 2, then we'd have to go to a 3rd game to decide the matchup. So anyway, appreciate you watching. There's going to be affiliate links in the description. Support the channel and my site, Pirates with Ben. And thanks again.